When my parents finally returned home, everyone thought the storm was over. They thought my pain belonged to the past. But for me, the real test had just begun. My parents walked into a house that was still standing. The lights were on, the fridge wasn't empty. My sisters were healthy, educated, disciplined. They didn't understand how. They sat at the table in silence as I told them everything, not all at once, but piece by piece. The university, the night shifts, the hunger, the gossip, the names people used when I wasn't around. My mother covered her mouth with her hands and cried. My father stared at the floor. "I thought you were managing," he said quietly. That sentence hurt more than all the rumors combined, because managing had nearly destroyed me. Life with my parents back wasn't suddenly easy. They tried to take control again. They wanted to make decisions. They wanted to protect me. Too late. They didn't understand that I had already grown up in survival mode. We argued, not loudly, but painfully. I wasn't the same girl they had left behind. Meanwhile, the neighborhood watched. The same neighbors who whispered now observed me carefully. Some pretended nothing had happened. Some smiled too politely. Some waited for me to fail. I didn't give them the satisfaction. My sisters became my greatest strength. They studied hard, they helped at home, they never allowed anyone to disrespect me. One day, my youngest sister came home crying. A girl at school had repeated the old rumors. I held her face in my hands and said calmly, "People talk when they don't understand. You never answer with anger. You answer with the life you build." That night, I realized something. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was teaching strength. The man from work was still there, but life tested him too. At first, people warned him about me. "She's trouble. She's not serious. She has a bad reputation." He heard it all, and still, he stayed. One evening, he told me everything he had heard. I expected anger or judgment. Instead, I felt relief. For the first time, I told my story without fear, not to defend myself, not to explain, just to be heard. When I finished, there was a long silence. Then he said something I'll never forget. "Maria, you didn't survive life. Life survived you." University became harder, not because of studies, but because exhaustion caught up with me. I fainted one afternoon during a lecture. That moment scared everyone. It forced me to face a truth I had avoided. I couldn't carry everything alone forever. I reduced my work hours. I accepted help, slowly, painfully. That was harder than any night shift. Time passed. The rumors faded, not because people apologized, but because they got bored. Silence won. My parents began to change too. They listened more. They respected my boundaries. They finally saw me not as a child, but as a woman forged by responsibility. One night, my father said, "If I could go back, I would never leave." I didn't answer. Some apologies come too late, but they still matter. I graduated. No celebration, no applause, just a quiet walk home with my sisters holding my hands. That moment meant more than any ceremony. People started coming to me for advice. Girls, mothers, even neighbors. The same ones who once judged. I listened. I helped, not because they deserved it, but because I refused to become bitter. And then, life tested me one more time. The man I trusted was offered a job far away. He didn't ask me to follow. He didn't pressure me. He said, "I won't choose for you, but I choose you." For the first time in my life, the decision was mine alone. Not survival, not sacrifice, choice. I said yes. Not to him, to myself. I am Maria. They called me shameless. They called me careless. They called me names they didn't understand. But I carried a family. I raised sisters. I protected a home when no one else would. And if you think silence means weakness, you've never met a woman like me.